Okay, so we know that science in general, science education in general, is heading toward more project based learning or PBL. So we're going to see a lot more science, technology, engineering, and math collaborations, especially in the science class. So each quarter, for the most part, you will be assigned a STEM project. These STEM projects are going to have you collaborate and include science combining with technology, with engineering and mathematics. So our first STEM project for this quarter is All Washed Up. So All Washed Up is a project in which you have decided to become an entrepreneur and you're going to go into the soap business. So realizing that it's a huge undertaking, you're going to take on four different partners with you. These are your business partners. I do not choose groups for STEM projects. That means I cannot be blamed for partners in STEM projects. So you get to choose the people who you're going to work with. But keep in mind that the people that you hang out with may not necessarily be the greatest people to go into business with. But I digress. So you're going to choose four business partners, and it will be a group of five of you approximately. And you're going to sell soap, okay? Because everybody uses soap, so you're going to sell soap. But not only are you going to sell soap, you need to find somebody to distribute your product. And in order to find a distributor, you must put together what's called a proposal. Okay? So, what are you going to do in order to develop your proposal? You need to, one, have a sample, make soap, okay? Determine how you're going to market it, how you're going to package it, what it's going to cost. And then you're going to, after you find out all that information, create a portfolio that you're going to then present to a potential distributor. I am your potential distributor. So you have to convince me to buy into your soap business. So, your goal: research the history and process of making soap. Determine how much it's going to cost for you to make the soap, and then determine how much you're going to sell it for. Then you're going to create packaging, what you're going to put the soap in order to sell it, and then a plan for marketing, how you're going to advertise and let people know that you're selling soap and why they should buy from you. So, in order to complete the project, you must research the history of soap. Find at least two recipes, okay? Both recipes have to be included in your portfolio. You're only going to make one, but you need two recipes. Choose one, make a sample. Document your production. So as you're making your soap, you're writing down the things that you're doing. You're writing down your observations, what you think is going to happen, what actually happened, where you right, where you wrong. You're taking pictures day by day of as you're making your soap in the whole process, or if you do it all in one day, the soap making process, several pictures, and then the soap molding and hardening into its shape or whatever, and then you packaging it, pictures, pictures, pictures. You're going to create a budget. How much is it to buy the materials for the soap? How much is a standard family using soap? How much are they going to buy? How much are you going to sell it for? What kind of profit is that going to give you? You're going to find out how much is going to cost to package your soap, depending on however you're going to wrap it up. How much will it cost to ship your soap? Determine your purchase price, right? And how your purchase price relates to how much it actually costs to make it. Design packaging, include a sample. So not only are you going to make the soap, you're actually going to sketch out how you're going to package it and then put your soap into the packaging. Okay? You're going to make a commercial for your soap. Okay? You're going to publish your commercial online, right? So when you present your portfolio to me or your proposal to me, you're going to include a link to your commercial, and I'm going to go to your commercial, and well, we'll all look at your commercial in class. But it needs to be online, and then of course you're going to follow the safety guidelines in a day. So you're going to be doing an extensive amount of research. Okay? Not only do you have to research, find out the history of soap, you're going to summarize it. Anytime I say you're going to research something, that means you're going to go online or use encyclopedias or the library or whatever resources you have. You're going to find out about that particular concept or that particular issue, and then you're going to summarize. So don't just say, oh yeah, I researched it, right? And then not write anything down, because you're going to get points off. Now, in this overall discussion of your STEM project, I did not include the rubric. The rubric will give you more of a succinct guideline of everything you need to include in the project. Some past students have found that it helps to make one page dedicated to whatever it is you have points on for the rubric. That way they know they're not missing anything. But you can set it up however you want to, but I'm just giving you a broad overview of kind of what you need to kind of start wrapping your minds around, because you have the whole quarter to do it, and you don't want to be that group waiting until the last week to try to get stuff done, because then your parents are going to be mad at you, they're going to be mad at me, and I'm going to tell them you need to be doubly mad at you. So, research and summarize the history of soap. Find at least 2 recipes for making homemade soap at home, okay? 2 recipes. Put both of them in your portfolio. Cite your sources. Wherever you do research, you need to tell me where you got this information from. Whatever it is you learn, tell me where you got this information from. Cite your sources, and those sources need to be included on each page where you're finding new information at in your portfolio. List the materials you need for your recipe. So if you need vegetable shortening, food coloring, all that should be in the list of what you need. Where you can get them for the lowest price. So I should see a store, I should see a cost, and then how much of a unit I get for that cost. Research how to receive a patent for your soap, how much it will cost to advertise. So if you're going to a business, you have to, one, form your business according to the laws of the state, and then you have to patent your idea. Patenting means that you own that idea and no one else can make money off of that idea without your permission. Okay? You need to find out the process of receiving a patent, applying for and receiving a patent. All that needs to be not only researched, but typed out and included in your portfolio. So, research your patent. How much will it cost to advertise? You need to find 3 different advertising modalities, whether it's television, whether it's radio, whether it's billboards, newspapers, whatever it is you can advertise in. Pick 3 of them and then give me cost breakdown. How much does it cost to run a commercial for a month? Versus how much does it cost to run a billboard for a month? How much does it cost for a newspaper for a month? How much does it cost to run a radio ad for a month? You don't have to do all of those. You just need to pick 3 and tell me how much it costs per month and cite your sources. Tell me where you're getting this information from. Because if you just make it up off the top of your head, you're not going to get credit, okay, for creativity on this part. So just putting that out there. Now, after you choose which recipe you want to make, you want to take that recipe and then change something in the recipe. Okay? You can't just take somebody's idea or recipe from offline and make it and then try to sell it, okay? Because that's copyright infringement. They have generally owned a patent on whatever it is that they're making, so you have to make it original. Okay, so you have to take whatever they did and then change something, tweak it a little bit to make it your own. And then you can patent it and sell it for, however you need to sell it for. So choose your recipe and then alter something and tell me what you altered so that you've made it original. Make the sample. Yes, you're going to be making your soap at home. Okay, we will make soap in the classroom so you can kind of see the process, and then you'll get your own recipe, get together as your group, and then make the soap at home. But you will need to make a sample because you will need to present your sample when you present your portfolio on the day it's due. Test the pH, document the process of production and testing. So not only are you keeping an ongoing journal of you making the soap, you're keeping a picture journal or pictures of you making the soap. Those pictures have to be printed out and included in your portfolio. After you make the soap, you need to test the soap because you need to make sure that the soap is safe. A lot of times when we use cosmetics or different things in the world or in society, a lot of times the individual things they're made from are very, very harmful. But when they're combined, then they're kind of neutralized. You need to prove to me via a pH test that your soap is safe to use. And pH strips can be purchased at the education store in Largo. And if you can't find something, they're relatively cheap, so you don't really have to worry about those. I may have some in the classroom for you as well. But you want to document in writing and in pictures. Research your expected cost. So if I need 2 cups of vegetable shortening and 1 bottle of red food coloring, I need to know how much is 2 cups of vegetable shortening cost. How much is 1 jar of red food dye or whatever cost. I need to know that. I need to know how much I need. You're going to research a family of 4. How much soap did they use? You're going to write all of that out. So if a family of 4 uses 2 bars of soap, right, then how much materials do I need to buy in order to make 2 bars of soap for that family of 4? All that math needs to be out and put into letters and numbers in your portfolio. Then you need to determine the sale price based on how much it's going to cost you to make 2 bars of soap for a family of 4. How much are you then going to sell that soap for in order for you to turn a profit, right? All that needs to be outlined and put into simple layman's terms. Then you're going to design packaging. You can't just sell just bars of soap like you're a panhandler or something like that. It has to be wrapped up. It has to be neat. It has to be nice. It has to be attractive, because people aren't going to buy things that you threw in a sandwich bag or something like that, or a Ziploc bag. No, it has to be nice, neat, attractive. You're going to sketch it out on paper, include that draft in your portfolio, and then you're going to make an actual example and put your soap in the one you make. Draft and publish a commercial. That means you're going to write out a script, do a storyboard. There's materials, there's sites online that you can use for free to do a storyboard, and then you act out your commercial. Or if it's a radio, then you do your radio, do an MP3 or a podcast of your commercial online. The commercial has to be online, whether it's visual, whether it's written, whether it's, well, no, you can't do a written commercial. It's either going to be visual or audio. It has to be published online, and that link has to be provided to me in the packet. You better make sure your link works, because if you come to me on October 30th when the thing is due and I go to put in your link and it says browser malfunction or item unfound or page 4041 error, you're not gonna get credit for it, because you have almost 3 months to make sure that your stuff is working. So again, don't wait till the last minute. Okay, at the conclusion of the project, submit a typed and bound portfolio including everything that you've worked on. Okay, bound means you got to take it to Staples, okay, unless you got one at home, and get the little rings put in it, okay. You can do like a 3-ring binder, but a small one, not a huge 2-inch binder. You can do like a nice 3-ring binder, or you can do like a folder that's nice, a nice folder that you can put the little spine in. I'm not accepting two pocket Mead folders, okay? It's not that type of party. So keep in mind that it needs to be bound, okay? Take it to Staples. It costs like $4 to get it bound. Needs to be bound. That's 20 points. Include everything that you worked on. Include all your research that's summarized. Includes all your math and your budget that's summarized. Includes all your pictures from your documentation. All that needs to be there. All your sketches for your storyboard, for your commercial, for your packaging. All that needs to be included. If there's anything handwritten in your portfolio, it is going to get a 0. Okay? The only pencil or pen that I should see is in the sketches that you make. Okay, for your packaging. Those are the only pencils and pens I should see. Everything else has to be typed. Everything has to be typed. Okay? Everything. If it's handwritten, I'm telling you, if it's handwritten, you will see a 0 out of 20, 0 out of 40, because you didn't follow directions. So make sure you follow directions, please. So, I hope this helped. Thanks for watching. Again, if you need more assistance, let me know. Go online, go to the website, send me a note, let me know in class, send me an email. Either way, let me know, but let me know early so we can make sure that you have what you need in order to be successful. When you wait, okay, when you procrastinate, your procrastination does not equal my emergency. Okay, so don't get mad because you waited to the last week to do your project and then I don't have time for you because we have other things going on. So make sure that you're planning your time and using your time appropriately, and you're partnering up with people who support you and have a vision of really where you want to go. So again, have questions, let me know. Other than that, hope this helps. See you guys soon.